Thanks for being here today. So first of all, just introduce yourself, your name, what your role is at US-Offsite, and how long you've been on the team for.
My name is John Kick. I've been at US-Offsite for a little over 2 years since the beginning, and my role is production coordinator now.
Yeah.
I started out as the framing lead though.
So you're one of the OG. You were here from the very start of this company.
Since the beginning.
Can you believe what's happened in the last 2 years?
It's pretty incredible. I mean, we started out doing 4 mods a month, or,
Yeah.
and now we're up to 12 a month, so things have escalated and grown pretty substantially over the time.
Yes. And then you go by John. You also go by Johnny. You also go by JP.
I do.
Any other fun nicknames to add to that list?
Nope, that's about it so far.
That's the list. Awesome. So I know that you are you're just a skilled worker. Like, what I know of you and what your reputation is that you are just an incredible guy in the sense of, like, you work with such excellence and speed. Like, you're the guy to beat, but you also know how to hold the line really well, and just, like, I think guys are really pushed to be excellent because you're around. And so I don't actually, what is your title, your official title again?
Production coordinator.
Production coordinator. So basically you just make sure that the line gets going, like,
Yep.
that the
Keep
line
people
is
moving,
running.
Keep people organized, keep things rolling.
It's literally a perfect job for you. I love that. So, but you didn't always work at US-Offsite, and so I'd love to just hear, so how did you get into the trades? What's your story? Where did you start? And then what led you to where you are now?
Honestly, about 10 years ago, I moved here because my life was kind of a mess, and I was getting in trouble, and I wasn't on the right path, and I moved here, no job, just my sister and my brother-in-law let me move in with them.
Yeah.
I met a friend of a friend through my brother-in-law. He needed workers. I went and met the guy, did like a informal interview. He asked me, can you read a tape? Do you have a hard hat? Do you know how to swing a hammer? And I said, I don't know how to do any of those things.
No, 10 years ago? No way. Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, but I'll work as hard as I would for anyone. So
Yeah.
it was kind of a weird interview because he's like, so you don't know any of those things? And he's like, well, I'll give you a call. 2 weeks went by, he called me, he's like, hey, I have a shop for you if you want to try it. And after that, it's just been downhill.
Downhill, you mean uphill?
Yeah.
Okay, so you started on the site. Did you immediately start in framing, or were you immediately jumped into framing?
I was hired on a production framing crew, and my first job was 52 apartments.
No way. And how was that, going from not having any experience? Had you done work at all similar to that, or?
No construction experience.
No construction experience. So tell me about that.
Bought some tool bags, hammer, hard hat, the basics, and I just watched all the older guys, the experienced guys, and just soaked up any information I could learn from them, and just asked questions and accelerated my learning as quick as possible to be the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And how long do you feel like it took you to go from absolutely knowing nothing about construction to really being, honestly, you led our framing team, and I think for quite a while have just been probably the fastest framer we've had.
Yeah, probably about a year before I started taking the initiative to, like, okay, I've learned some stuff, now I can do stuff, now I can teach other people, and you should never stop learning. That was my motto. And all the old guys that do it obviously know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for a really long time, so there's no stupid question, and just, keep gaining the experience and keep learning, and then striving to be the best.
That's amazing. And so what made you decide to transition to US-Offsite? So going from traditional construction to this new startup modular factory thing that you probably sounded a little weird to you initially.
Well, I've been here for 2 years, and I spent the first 8 years building custom houses, and I got burnt out on driving to the job site, driving home from the job site, sometimes working out of town, and just the same old, like, on a production framing crew, the deadlines are the deadlines. And it's a way different ball game out in the field for framers than it is in the factory.
And you have a family now too.
Yep. Before, when I first started, I didn't have any kids, no wife, and then I got married and I had 2 kids, and it was just burning me out. So moving to Modular and coming to work at US-Offsite was actually a no-brainer for me.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing. So talk me through, you've already addressed it just now, which is like, what's the toughest part of doing this trade on the job site? It's the travel, would you say, or is it?
Travel and the grind. Here we build smaller units. They're still basically customs.
Yeah.
Same quality as on-site. And when I was first interviewed by Dan, they gave their pitch, and my main question was, it wasn't about pay, it wasn't about like a lot of like micro things, it was more macro, like I just don't want to build cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, if it's not cheap, then I'm all for it.
Yes.
And they're like, it's the same quality as a custom house, and I was like, well then I'll build whatever you want.
Wow. Because your value was, I want to build things that are excellent.
Yep.
And high quality.
Yep.
And that was how you decided to join the team?
Yeah, I mean, my old boss, so I worked for the same framing company for 8 years, and then time slowed down and I went to work for CCI, the owner was Patrick Carroll, and he gave me a job 4 hours after I lost my old job.
No way.
And so I went to work for him, worked really well for him. He became my director of production here, and he brought me with him.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So where do you find in traditional framing and maybe just in construction in general, obviously like you started in framing and now you've kind of expanded to where you're kind of running and helping manage the factory as a whole, where do you think things tend to go wrong and slow down in a traditional project?
So if you're working in the field, it's mainly weather and where you're building. Side of a hill, far away. But the weather factor was huge. Sometimes, depending on weather, snow. I mean, it's Reading, 500 feet elevation, but we've gotten snow here. So if it snows, you're definitely not building.
Yeah.
If it's pouring down rain, you're probably not building.
Yes.
So working in a factory took all those out of the equation.
Yeah.
Which was a slam dunk for me. I was like, that's great. I'll work in a factory. Come to the same location every day.
Yeah.
So it was good.
That's awesome. How do you feel like the quality compares? So you did high-end homes, and so do you feel like there's the same quality, or what's your perspective on that?
I haven't seen a difference in quality. It's just smaller. I mean, my first job was 52 apartments, and we built 24 apartments here in 3 months. So on-site would take 2 years.
Wow.
Here you can do it in 3 months, and the quality's the same. Quartz countertops, high-end finishes. It's all the same quality. Title 24. Green energy values as far as like how well it's built is the exact same as a custom house.
So did anything surprise you about joining the factory? Like obviously it was a new thing that was being started, but was there anything that you were like, oh, I didn't expect it to be this way?
I would say there wasn't a lot of surprises besides the difference you see for on-site, ground up. There's no like modular tie-in things, so the specs or the different things you learn for modular are just a little bit different as far as the way the project goes together.
Okay.
Other than that, it's the same.
Yeah. The same quality.
Yeah.
All of that. So what part of your work are you most proud of? The work you're doing now.
Learning to lead people. When I was running a framing crew or I was framing, it was always lead from the front, and now I'm getting to use that experience to teach other people to lead from the front and strive to be the best, build with excellence, those types of things.
Yeah, how has that been transitioning out of a trade that you've been really excellent at for 10 years into this new role? What does it look like to develop new leadership skills, and how has that been in this company being able to do that?
I was, not gonna lie, a little nervous, because I've ran framing crews, I framed, I was good at it, but I've never led a big group of people.
Yeah.
Different people's outside lives affect them, different people's attitudes, different people's demeanors.
Yeah.
So you just learn to work with all the people you're around and how you can help them be the best, or how they can teach you something or you can teach them something, and just work together.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how have you noticed that the factory has affected how the trades get along?
Well, in the real world, the trades don't get along.
In the real world.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, you know, like on-site to off-site, they don't really get along. I've never had a problem with working around other trades, but all the older guys that came from the older times don't get along with any other trade. So watching and learning and seeing everybody work together, strive together, build together is actually more smooth than I thought it would be. And it's actually fun to watch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever put your belt back on and do some work, or at this point you're making sure things flow?
No, my tool bags are in my truck, and I still put them on just to, you know, teaching experiences or show people this is kind of the speed I want or expect.
Yes.
And I don't want them to think I'm just the boss telling them what to do. I want them to see that it's possible.
Yes.
And what it would look like.
Yeah. So you're modeling for them. Hey, this is what excellence looks like. That's amazing. I love that. You kind of already talked about this, but how has this affected your family? Your schedule being in doing 410s and in the same location. What does that look like for your family?
It has changed my home life, work life tremendously.
Really?
Now I have 52 days a year more with my family, working 410s.
Yes.
And more time with my kids, more time with my wife, more trips. Less strain on the body. Less, I'm not as tired when I get home. So it's and all the way around been huge.
That's amazing. Any fun hobbies you've been able to get into since, or get back into?
Well, I used to do a lot more before I had young kids, but I have a 2.5-year-old and a 3.5-year-old.
Okay, and, so you're not sleeping very much.
No, I sleep well. My wife takes care of most of that stuff. But I don't dirt bike anymore. Like I used to have other hobbies, but now I just, God called me to minister to them. And so I put all my extra time into them.
You're just serving your family, loving your family. That's amazing. So my last question for you then is, if someone in your trade was thinking about joining Modular, or maybe there's a young 18-year-old who is thinking about joining the trades, what would your advice be for them, specifically for Modular?
For Modular, I would say when you're doing it out in the field, you learn at a very slow pace. It took me 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years before I was like in charge, running a crew, those things. And here, you learn at a very accelerated pace. So you can learn to trade quicker, sooner. So I recommend it to everyone.
Wow.
If you want to be in the trades and you want to learn at an accelerated pace, this is definitely for you.
That's awesome. Amazing. Well, thanks, Johnny, so much for sharing, and I'm excited to see kind of how your role expands and how you continue to develop the guys in our team, and just really am impressed by the excellence you bring, for sure.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, thanks.